Hey guys, my name is Ashton. So it's going to be my first video for CMN 3165 Media Industries. So pretty much we're going to be providing a 3 to 5 minute video commentary on a media industry, the economic or business side of a media industry each week, once a week for 10 weeks I think it is. So anyways, let's just get into the first one. I was struggling to kind of come up with a topic for the first time. So I ended up going with one of the articles that Dr. Strangelove had linked us by email. So the one that I chose here is Social Media Value Property Are Killing Live Music Venues. So essentially, like, the article goes on to say that small venue music clubs are essentially going out of business all across Canada because generally people aren't going to shows. Like the youth, so like my age and my generation, they're not going out to see shows because, like, why would you when you can just like have it on your iPod, or you can download it on like from iTunes, or you can listen to it on YouTube or Spotify or whatever. It's just so much more, it's so much easy, and you're probably going to end up saving money rather than buying tickets and everything. Not only that, but they say that these clubs also lie oftentimes in downtown cores of big cities. One I can think of now is like Maverick, for example. Downtown is on Rideau Street. It's a big rock club, and sometimes some country shows, stuff like that. But if they're not doing well, for example, and someone makes them an offer to buy the property and build condos or a bar, anything like that, if you're not making any money, they're not going to hesitate to say no. They're going to say yeah right away and take like the big chunk of money that they're going to get. But anyways, pretty much what I have to say is I can't believe, well, I say that because I, as like a kind of like a rock music fan, I really like the small clubs and stuff like that. I like to see bands when they're not so big, and it's nice to see them transition and kind of grow grow their fan base and their fandom and become something big. Almost like all the big bands and the big acts we see now, you know, they all started somewhere and they played small shows and built their way up. But now that's going to be incredibly difficult for small artists and small bands to do, because there's nowhere to showcase their talent. If these places are going out of business, where are they supposed to go? You can't have every single artist or group promoting their stuff online, because part of the experience is seeing the actual show, I believe. You know, there's some artists I've seen just going to Blues Fest. Like, I'm not a Kanye West fan at all, but just the experience to go actually see him was pretty incredible. Like, the show he put on was good. So I think that is really something you need to take into account when looking at the music industry. But now I'm afraid that the music industry is going to begin to die. Like, it already has, but it's going to continue to die as long as these streaming things are all available, because no one wants to spend the money to go and have a night out when you can just listen at home, you know, every now and then. But it's not the same thing. Like, my generation and people my age aren't doing that the way that people did years ago. Like the youth, people my age, 20, 30, 40 years ago, like my parents, they go out to shows all the time. Like, that was like what you did. That was a way of spending a night out. Anyways, yeah, as like a fan of like rock music mostly, it's kind of tough to see, and it makes me think about the future, because like I want my kids to be able to go out and enjoy a show and stuff like that. But if these small clubs are dying, like, what's going to be left is only the established artists that we have already playing big arena shows. And I don't know, it's not the same. It doesn't have like the close, tight knit environment and atmosphere that like these small clubs do. So we really need to change how it goes. I know, like, I say that, but really, like, what are the chances with like all these services? They're so affordable and so practical and easy to use. Like, I can't see it stopping, which is really heartbreaking, honestly. But anyways, it just sucks, because I hate to see the music industry go down, because I have such passion for it. Anyways, thanks a lot for listening, and I'll be back next week for something else. Thanks a lot, guys.